All right. You know,
Okay.
you're thinking about your wedding. You got to get
I
focused.
know, sorry, it's so distracting. I can't stop thinking about it for like, you know, it's
Good.
bad.
Hopefully, stop thinking about it. Okay.
Well, let's hear about it then. Let's hear your joke.
Okay. So, what do you call a cow? So, Maura, you ready for this? What do
I'm
you call-
ready. I'm one of the dirtiest girls there is, you guys. So I can't even believe I missed that one the other day.
Okay. Well, anyway, this is clean. Sorry. Hate to disappoint.
Hey,
What do you call-
Mando's here. Wait for her audio. She can hear you now.
Okay.
All right.
What do you call a cow that walks into an electric fence?
Grilled.
Oh, Mandy just joined.
Yeah, she heard you.
I heard you.
What do you call a cow that just walked into an electric fence? Beef jerky.
There you go.
Good one.
So,
Sorry. Best I can.
no, that's great. And who doesn't like a little beef jerky?
Right.
So what we're going to do today, a little bit different, is our warm-up is going to be going through the scales not the scales, slips minus the last S, because it is scales, L-sits, inversions, planks, and then usually it's stretching, but we're going to go through the slip, and then we're going to go through a bunch of Turkish get-ups, and then at the end we'll stretch together rather than stretching before we do our Turkish get-ups. So how we'll go through the slips is we're going to spend about 5 minutes on each section. So the first section is our scales. We're going to be doing front scales and back scales for 5 minutes. So it's kind of up to you how much time you spend on each side, how much time you spend on each plane, but play around with your balance, play around with your breathing. And I'm going to first just get my timer pulled up, but then just to refresh your memory, scales, front scales are just standing, looking for balance and lifting your foot to the front and then controlling it back down. So you're going to play around with inhaling and exhaling, or maybe exhaling and inhaling, looking for control, practice pausing and breathing there. And then the back scales are the ones where you're hinging forward and back. So your goal is to try to keep your right shoulder connected to your right leg, or whatever leg it is that's behind you, in a straight line. So sometimes it helps just to keep your arms glued to your side to feel that. What we don't want to see is just lifting your leg a little and then going farther with your upper body. So just try to stay connected in your hinge. So you can go ahead and get started in that, and you're going to spend 5 minutes. My countdown starts. So take your time playing around with front scales versus back scales. Maybe you run around the world, or maybe you stay on one side for a while. Try to think about pressing into the ground fully with that leg. And it's really just a slight pickup. And if you have trouble doing it with a straight leg, you can practice with just a bent knee up, maybe one side. But it's looking for balance and trying not to change your body too much to stay. So stand up tall, push into the ground. Good, Mandy, working on breathing. So John, I think you're just reaching too high. Start slow, start low. So at first, even if it's really small, find the place that you can actually balance and hold. Even if it's just really small, lifting your leg up, hold it, and breathe, stand up tall. So don't go so high. Work on trying to find that one-sided balance. Try to find your balance before you lift your leg. So shift your weight, find your balance, and then lift your leg. There you go. That side looks more controlled now. That's the control we want, though. Nice and slow. Press into it. There you go, Mandy. And the open. Yeah, Mandy. Good. So we're about halfway, 2.5 minutes in. So if you didn't switch up at all, you can switch up now, but just giving you a time reference. There you go, Maura. That looked great. There you go. So John, try to start into that backside, the hinge. Just make it small. So John, those are front scales. We want to move to the back now. So you're going to hinge forward, let that leg lift back. Just got a couple minutes here. There you go. You could even kind of lean and just touch the box in front of you if that helps you, give you a focal point. Look for slow control. There you go, John. Step closer to it. It might be easier. And just let it hang down, reach down for it. Yeah, Mandy. Keep breathing. Don't go too fast with your upper body. Wait for your lower body to hinge. Initiate at the hips. There you go, John. Find the tension and move with it. Yeah, Mandy. Got about 30 seconds left to breathe. Try not to rush, John. Just practice balance. All right, so we can kind of take a break there and we'll move into the next section. The next section is going to be L-sits. So for our L-sits, we want to make it like intervals, right? Because this could be very challenging for some, but you can also make this very easy and doable for those who are getting a little more comfortable with this movement. So what we're going to do is every 30 seconds for 4 minutes, kind of like a Tabata, you're going to start a hold. If it was me, like I did this morning, I did it with both legs on some of them, and I did it with one leg on the others. So I would do hold for both legs. I would probably only get like 10 or 15 seconds. And then when I did my one-legged holds, I would make sure I got 20 seconds. But really it's about like, you could time, or not time, but you could look for breath, count. So every 30 seconds you'll start, and we do want to have at least 10 seconds to transition, which I'll give you that, so that we don't want to work any more than 20 seconds. And then you can alternate back and forth if you're doing it one-sided. So just to show you a couple examples. You can just sit on the ground to practice these. And we're looking, level 1 would just be keeping your butt on the ground, and it's just bringing your knee to nose. You could even bend if you needed to, but you're trying to compress. If you can, you'd extend. So you could get one leg and then the other leg, and then you can get both legs if you're comfortable. From there, we'd like to press up. So You can just push yourself up to a seated position, and you can practice one leg at a time. You could practice 2 legs. You could also use dumbbells to get yourself up a little higher. You could use a chair to get yourself up a little higher. You could also hang if you wanted to do it, or use a support, any other support hold. But basically, if it's nice and easy and you can breathe, we want to hold for 20 seconds and then you'll rest. Hold for 20 seconds and then you rest. If it's really challenging and hard, you just want to hold as long as you can, and then you'll rest until the next one starts, okay? So feel free to switch it up throughout if need be, but try to challenge yourself in a way that you can breathe. So we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, and go. Again, it doesn't have to be the whole amount of time. So we just want to practice. So John, think knee to nose with that extended leg. Rather than keeping it straight, knee to nose. Bring that knee to your nose. There you go. Yep, I want you getting more compressed. That's great. So hold that. And that's 20 seconds. So then we'll take 10 seconds to transition and break, and then we'll go into the next set. You should be resting until now. So this is your second set starting right now. Think knee to nose, compress. That's great, John. Good, Mandy. Just look for active first. Really engage that active hollow. Press on the bar. Great job, guys. You're 10 seconds in already. Oh, never mind. That was 20 seconds. Done. I need a Tabata timer. I'm going to press pause and let you catch up. So we're going to go into our second set, starting right now. Get yourself set, hold and squeeze, and just try to breathe for a couple deep breaths, really working on compression. That's 15 seconds in. All right, there's your 20. Relax. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Press into it. Ooh, there you go, Maura. Squeeze everything in. All right, that's it. 15. And there's 20. Nice job. So we're just going to go through one more full minute. So 2 more sets. Starting now. Good, John. Press and squeeze. Hold, hold, hold. More, think nose to knees. Bend that nose or that knee right to your nose. Go ahead and bend it. Squeeze in tight. There you go. There's 20 seconds. Keep holding, Manny. You're fine. Last set starts now. Just hold and squeeze. Want to get compressed. Two, 1, and relax. I believe that was that 4 minutes or was that only 3?
Not sure.
Was that 4, John? There's only 3? Okay, let's do one more. One more set. Well, you have 2 more sets in this. Here we go. 20 seconds. Good thing John's counting. Great lockout. Press into it. Good, Mandy. Try to think hips under shoulders. Compress, tall neck. Good. Nice long neck there, John. Oh, done. Time. I made you go too long again. But that means I'll give you extra. For our last set. Going into that last set in 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, Mandy. There you go. Think tuck like a ball. There's 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, L-sits are done. So your core is warm, right? That's good. So next we're gonna go into inversions. We're all gonna start with our headstand, and then from there, we can progress into a handstand. So basically, we're gonna spend about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes on headstands, and then from there, if you want to, we'll take that up into a pike position, rock it out a little, and then do some inversion progressions from there. So doesn't matter really where you go, we just wanna look for good positions and practicing good movement. So the first thing we'll start with is your tripod and your headstand. So going ahead and finding a place to do that, you could use a wall behind you if you want a little protection. You won't roll over if there's a wall right behind you, but hands down, your head's gonna aim in front of your hands. And you're gonna pike it up and walk it in. Try to get those hands on the knees or elbows on the wrists, you know, whatever. Knees on your elbows. From there, maybe you go to tuck, maybe you go to full, maybe it's just one leg at a time. Maybe you play around with your movements, but we'll spend a minute working on the headstand. And again, don't get too crazy. Work on keeping your arms.
Rachel, I don't want to
Yeah, you could go straight
put
into
pressure on my neck. Can I
Yeah.
use my state?
You could go straight into handstands if you want.
Okay.
Or you could use your thing. But up to you. Yeah, why don't you, if you feel comfortable with that, you could use that. But if that puts strain on it, then you could skip.
Yeah, no, this is good. It's okay for my neck.
Yeah. So John, slide those hands back just a little bit. You should be able to really see your hands. We don't want them too close to the sides of your head. So pike your butt up really, really high. Walk those knees in and try to find your elbows with your knees if you can. More, it might be elbows or knees to that, where your hands are. Oh, there you go. Good, Mandy. Mandy, you could practice coming down in a straddle. Look for control. There you go. Look for control, control, control. Try to just tap your toes. Whoops. And then pull it back up with control. Keep pressing. Think squeezing your glutes so you don't go too far. Nice work, Mandy.
Yeah, move.
Good, Maura. There you go, John. Walk your butt up high, walk those knees into your elbows. Even if you can just touch one knee to elbow at a time, that's great, John. Keep pressing into your hands. Make sure you don't put all your weight into your head. Nice, Mandy. All right. So it's up to you guys. You can keep playing around with this as your inversion. But if you'd like, you could take it up to your hands as well. When we're starting to do that, we want to just start the same way you started with your tripod. So we're just going to change it to a pike and then kind of lean into it, rock into it. Try to get pretty vertical here. And Mandy, you could do this up against a wall, and from here, maybe you play around with them, pulling in, and maybe you even get into using the wall to press. But once you get comfortable leaning, then maybe you take it into a couple wall climbs. But let's get some weight in the hands and kind of push the floor away, find your shoulders. And once you get comfortable with it, then you can move around into wall climbs, getting a little more inverted. So you're kind of rocking. We want to try to rock the hips on top of the shoulders, on top of the hands. Just kind of rocking forward and back from there, John. Try to put more weight in your hands and then more weight in your feet. Good, Maura. And then when you feel comfortable and your shoulders feel warm, your wrists feel warm, you could take it into a wall climb. And then after that, maybe you play around with some kick-up press-ups. Mandy, I bet if you kicked up from there, you could play around with just a nice, slow, controlled negative. So if you get yourself up, don't be afraid to let your upper back be on the wall in that position. Good. So wall climbs, you guys are in charge of like just keeping yourself honest. Make sure you only go as far as you can stay really stacked. There you go, Mandy. Think about tucking the tailbone, making that flip to get the low back rather than arching. All right, John. Good. Great hollow. Maybe just one little walk back. Try to push those feet up as high as you can. Always just trying to stretch into the longest line you can be. That looks great, John. Try to control it all the way back down. Try not to let yourself arch. Good, Maura. Great back. Nice big step. Once you lock it out, go slow, stay tight. Stay really in control. Low back, Mandy. Try to press that low back to the floor or to the wall.
That's too big.
I know, right? I don't have that problem. You're so right there. That looks great, Mandy. You're way less arched, though, than you were in the first ones. Oh, my God, that's so good. Woo! That was a great one. Outstanding. Even Coach B thought so. Nice job, John. Walk it down nice and slow. All right. So the last thing we're going to do before we get into our, what are we doing? Turkish get-ups. So the last thing we're going to do is our plank hold. We're going to try for 45 seconds of everything with 15 seconds to transition. First thing we're doing is just a strong support hold, a full plank. So for that, we want to make sure you have no bend anywhere, no knees bent, and then from here, really tucking the tailbone under, pushing the floor away. Everything's going to be strong and straight. We want to really focus on breathing for 45 seconds, and then you're going to take the 15 seconds just to transition into your next plank, which is going to be a reverse plank. Reverse planks are going to be where you can get started in a crab position, and this might even be the only place you can go comfortably. If not, you're going to extend your legs out, squeeze and press, and then you can even let your head drape back if it feels comfortable. But we're going to try to get a full 45 seconds there. So if you need to bend your knees and just shoot for the tabletop, that's a good place to be too. We're just looking to really squeeze the glutes and fire up your backside there. So then the last two planks you're going to do are going to be side planks. And again, we need to stay where our comfort is. So I need to be able to breathe through this. So if I need to, I'm going to go down on my knee and just be here and looking for a straight line from head to shoulder or shoulder to foot. Then if I'm comfortable with that, I'll stack heel to toe, make myself a pretty strong base on the ground and go up to there. And then if I'm comfortable there, stacking heel on top of heel. But stay really honest because 45 seconds is hard to hold, okay? So we're gonna start with a full plank. It's gonna be 45 seconds of long, strong breathing. So whenever you're ready, we're gonna start, actually 5, 4, get ready, be there, go. So tailbones are tucked under, squeeze the glutes, make sure the hands are directly under the shoulders. We don't want them too far in front. Nice adjustment, Maura. Pressing the back as far towards the ceiling as you can. You're filling every ounce of yourself. Making sure you look for that low back. Mandy, try to fill the low back as you tuck your tailbone under. Hips down a little there, John. Good. Kind of rock forward a little onto those hands. That's better, John. Almost there, guys. We're past the 30-second mark. All right, you can relax and come down, slowly flipping around. We're gonna find our backside. Your palms are gonna be on the ground, fingers are probably facing away from you. And 3, 2, up. So go ahead and squeeze and press. Try to really open up your hips. So there's no close in your hips. You've got your glutes squeezed on. John, maybe walk your feet just a little forward. That might give you a better base to press your hips up higher. Good. If you need to, you can hang your head back, or if it feels nice, you can hang your head back. Just make sure you stay connected. That looks great, Mandy. Keep squeezing the butt. Squeeze the glutes. It's all about your backside, guys. You're really opening up your chest and your shoulders. You've got less than 15 seconds. Keep breathing. Two and one. Relax. So finding your side position, doesn't matter which side you start on. If your wrists are killing you, you could always take it to your elbow. Just challenge yourself by keeping everything else tight. All right, here we go. Take it up and strong. Good. Things hips open. So open towards the side. Want shoulders open and hips open. Keep breathing. Nice work. Keep pressing your hips high. Good. Nice job, guys. Keep breathing. You have 15 seconds to breathe. Keep fighting with the hips. Looking for length. Nice work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Sides. You got 10 seconds to get there. Just make sure your hands in nice and close and get yourself situated in a way that you can press yourself up. You can always start in an easy way with your knee on the ground and then climb yourself up as it feels more comfortable. And go. Sorry, we started a little late. John, go ahead and put that right knee on the ground. It wants to be there. It's bending. There you go. Or don't. One or the other. Lock it out. Nice job, Mandy. Good fight. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Come on down. You can stay right on the ground. We are going to go through our Turkish get-ups. I think most of you have done them before. I'm hoping some of you were here when we did them recently, because we really dissected them, and I think it will be helpful. But what we're going to do right now is we'll review them really quickly, just going through one full rep on each side with a shoe. So we can balance our shoe on top of our hand. If you don't have a shoe, we want something really light. Could be even a cup or something like that. But we're going to go through a full rep on each side and just try to wait for directions so that we're going step by step together and just remembering the order of operations. After that, we're going to go through 6 sets of them on our own, and you guys can take some time to build up and get more comfortable with it. So we'll just wait for Mandy to get into something. And there she is. So we'll start all together on our right side, so we're all on the same page. You're gonna make a fist and balance that shoe on top of your hand. And when we start on the right side, that means I want to bend my right knee and bring my right foot to the ground as well. My left arm is out for support. I'm going to sit myself up, press that up to my left elbow. And then I'm gonna press it up to my left wrist. From here, I'm gonna bridge my hips up so that I can sweep my left knee underneath myself. Okay, so you're gonna bridge your hips up and get that knee under you so that you can press yourself up to a Captain Morgan's position. So we want to get here where we're underneath the weight, pressing it up, then we're going to stand. Woo! You got it, John. Keep looking at your weight, pressing it straight. We're going to come back to your left knee. So you kind of do a little curtsy lunge. Step behind yourself, find your knee. From here, you're going to find your left hand. And then you bridge your hips up, slide your foot through, and come back down. So you go down the same way you came up. There you go, John. Whoop. And all the way down. So then we'll go on to our left side, and we'll just walk through a nice big slow rep on our left side. So John, go ahead and switch side. Put that shoe on top of your left fist. And that means that we start with our left, with our left foot bent or our left knee bent. From here, it's press to your right elbow. There you go. Then find your right hand. Bridge your hips high and find your right knee right underneath you. Good, John. There you go. And then you're going to kind of move yourself right under it. Stand tall. And we come back to the same knee. So remember, you're looking for the right knee, and you're going to find that right hand again. There you go, John. And then find the right hand, and then bridge your hips up to sneak yourself back down under. So it's only complicated until you've done it like a billion times, and then you remember the order of operations. But it also becomes a little easier as you play around with what it actually feels like to do it with weight. Because really it's just press it up and move yourself underneath it. So it's a lot of shoulder stabilization and using all your side muscles to kind of twist and bend yourself under the weight while you're still bracing and pressing it up. So what we're going to do today is I want you to take your time, and you're going to go through 6 full sets where you're going to do 2 reps on one side and then 2 reps on the other. You'll take a little break because I want you to grab something different and do it again and again and again and again. So you're going to do it 6 times total. If the thing you grab first is kind of difficult, you might want to try something else to start. So my goal was to use this it's a 14-pound ball. So I failed miserably the first time I tried it. So then I did, well, I'll try a 15-pound dumbbell. I did that. Then I tried a 15-pound weight plate. Then I tried a 25-pound weight plate. Then I tried a 35-pound kettlebell. And then I thought, okay, I did 35-pound kettlebell. I'm going to go back to that 14-pound ball. And I still couldn't do it. So it really is not about how heavy the object is. It's really kind of, the more awkward it is, the harder it's going to be. So I want you to play around with trying to do this with different things. Make sure, of course, they're not too heavy. But we want to kind of throw yourself for a loop with the balance and make you work for it. So you got 6 full sets of 2 right, 2 left. And I just want you to kind of get creative with what you use to try to get a little more feedback out of it. So start with something light just so you get what it feels like. But then after that, get creative. You can use light things that are awkward. Good. Remember, we're always starting by bending the leg of the same side we start with up. Good, John, there you go. So press it up to seated. Good. Find that sit up, bridge your hips, find your knee. Gotta move yourself. Yeah, there you go, John, that's better. And then just stand tall from there. Good. And then work your way back down, finding the left knee. Yep, left knee, left hand. Good. We want to get 2 full reps before you put it down and switch sides. So going right into your second rep. Great position, Maura. Good, great sit up. Use the legs. You gotta press into that foot. There you go, John. Good, the way down matters just as much as the way up. With control. There you go, John. You're right. Right foot, right arm. All right, Mandy. Time for something big. Bigger. You know what I think might be fun, Maura, is like using one of your parallettes.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's really light, but it's like kind of awkward, so it might be a fun thing for you to try. Oh, Mandy, here we go. Use your elbow first. Elbow. Oh, baloney, you can get up. There you go. Yeah, that'll be super awkward.
Like this or like
I don't know. You have to see where you're balanced. I think it's going to be in the middle. That's kind of cool of me. I just want to watch you struggle. But I think it'll give you a lot of feedback. There you go, Mandy. Here we go, 2 in a row. There you go, Maura. Nice press. You have to keep pressing it to keep the balance. These should definitely be difficult to get through each set. There you go, John. Try to keep it up over your head, not in front of you. There you go. That's much better. Now you can press your whole self up. You got it. Big lunge. Nice job. It's like circus tricks. There you go. Keep locking it out, pressing it up. Good, Mandy. Here you go, John. Use the elbow, then the wrist. Keep it above your head. We'll need to time this. There you go, Mandy.
That was so heavy.
What was it?
20.
20? Yeah.
I'm going to try Mason's medicine ball.
Cool. I was going to say you could also try Mason's bar.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's really light, right? But it's awkward because it's long.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing to try. How heavy is that ball? Like 5 or 10?
8.
Oh, cool. Yeah, anything that you can't traditionally just grip and hold on to is going to find a lot of different feedback. Maura, how did that feel?
Yeah, that was good. I have a ceiling, so I was like not able to like lock out at the top. Yeah, it was harder to keep it steady, even with like a grip on it.
Yeah, a lot harder. There you go, Mandy. You just have to keep pressing it up the whole time. You know what you could practice with, John, that would be a good thing to practice with is your ab mat. Just pressing it up like that, because it would force you to kind of hold it like a pizza. You could practice with that, just kind of give you a different thing to press into. Yeah, like that, where you're gonna really have to just keep pressing it up to keep it balanced. And just kind of keep pressing it up towards the ceiling and moving underneath it. Remember, elbow, then wrist. Hey, John, you're skipping some parts. There you go. Order of operations. Elbow, then wrist. Elbow, then press up to your wrist. There you go. Now hips bridge up. There, and then sneak that knee. That's perfect, John. There you go. And then we come back down to the, oh, you got it, you got it. Save it. Yes. Come back down to the same knee. There you go, Mandy, keeping balance. Nice work. Awesome, Maura. Great, John. Now hips up, then find your knee. That's it. You got to, yes, you got to make room. That's great. You got it, Mandy. Good. Keep pressing. Keep pressing. Awesome. How heavy is his bar, Mandy?
5.
5. There you go. You might even want to, well, no. It'll be awkward. I was going to say you might want to make it like 10, but at that point it's like, just grab your bar.
Yeah.
We'll do this one first. Oh, John, you were so close. There you go, Maura. Just get creative. Somebody was saying the perfect thing to do this with is like a bag of oranges or a bag of potatoes. You go find that knee, John. Good thing it was just an ab that. Chopped your head right off.
Thank you.
There you go. Good. Keep pressing. Move under that weight. It's too light, Mandy. You're moving all super fast.
Not gripping it though, so.
It's hard though, huh? Just the
Yeah.
off balance. I know, I can see you doing that. That's good.
Because otherwise, yeah, it would be way too easy if I was holding on to it.
Right.
I wanted it.
Have you tried a bar yet? Or like a full bar? Ever?
I think I'm gonna try the short bar. I'll just put bigger.
Do you have two more sets to do?
I don't know how many sets we're supposed to do.
6.
Um,
You already got your 6 sets, John? You're
Yeah.
moving too fast. You're like, go try something else. Let's try something different.
No, I want to keep it.
You want to keep it? Well, you could try something else that won't hurt you too, you know? It'll give you different feedback. There's nothing in your gym. Like you could try a PVC pipe.
It'd be too much.
So what does that make it? 25?
Yeah, if I had trouble getting the 20-pound.
Oh, you'll get it. Just fight. I don't know. I don't know that you will. I've not ever tried a barbell, so I think you can do it though.
Well, I gotta hold on to this one.
Yep.
Yep, that's the hardest part.
There you go. Good, done. Yes. See, you're so much better at the positions and the order of operation. You got it, Mandy. Use that elbow. Bring it out to the side a little. Oop, there you go. Oh, yeah, Maura. Great balance. You got the wrong foot up, Maura. There you go. Do you do 2 on one side, Mandy? Going 2 on the other?
Yep.
Cool. Hey, you got through that. That's great. Keep pressing. You go, Mandy. Nice job, Maura. That was a cool one. It's funny, you don't need something heavy. It just needs to be awkward.
Yeah, that was awkward.
I really thought I'd be able to get my 14-pound ball, especially after I failed and then built up my weight. And I got to 35, and I just couldn't because it would just get unbalanced in my hand. But I'm going to work on it. I'm going to get it. Nice job, Mandy. How'd those feel? Like work?
I felt it in my forearm.
In your wrists? Yeah. Oh, forearms, right? Absolutely. When I was trying to balance the ball, that's where I felt it the worst. It's kind of like doing a handstand, right? When you're doing a handstand, how much your forearms hurt. It was the same thing I was feeling. I was like, oh, I bet this is really good for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what we'll do to close it out, if you have already finished 6 sets, is just grab something like a dish rag or a strap or something, and we're going to get through a little bit of a stretch for our legs, and then we'll do a little bit of a shoulder opener for our lats just to kind of recover from the Turkish get-ups, and then we'll call it a Wednesday. Move on. So whenever you find that, you can just find a space or find yourself back on the ground. And we're going to just go through our stretches starting on the right side, just attach to the ball the right foot. Try to find your breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Make sure we try to grab the strap on the right side. The left arm goes out for support. Just relax it there and then slowly open up to the right. Take your time getting there. Ugh. Want to look for that inner thigh stretch, but make sure both shoulders and hips stay grounded to your mat. And then we'll slowly guide your leg back to center. Grabbing the strap in the left hand, right arm out for support, and slowly cross the body. But take your time. Whenever it feels sticky, stay there for a breath or two, and then slowly go farther. Eventually take it all the way over, getting a nice twist. Big stretch for the glute hamstring. And then we'll guide it back to center, releasing the strap. Get some ankle circles. And reverse the circles. From here, bring that right knee into your chest, big squeeze. Couple deep breaths here. And you can relax that down, and we're gonna find the strap again to the ball of the left foot. So if you need to sit up for that, do that. And then attach to the left foot, bring it up to you as you lay back. You can have a bend in either or both of your knees here. Want to look for a stretch without going too far, that's fine. Good, nice deep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. We'll grab that strap in your left hand and open up. Try to keep both shoulders and hips down. Take another full breath here on that side, and then slowly guide it back to center. Grab the strap in your right hand, left arm out for support, and again, slowly crossing the body. Take your time. Eventually all the way over, finding a little bit of a twist. And then you can guide it back to center, releasing the strap. We'll get some ankle circles here on the second side. And reverse them. And then from here, bringing that knee to your chest for a big squeeze. Releasing that down. Let's just take a moment. We're going to flip to our stomach, finding hands and knees, tabletop position. And we're going to get some thread the needles. So starting on the left side, we're going to take the left hand, put it to the head. And you're going to inhale, try to point the elbow up to the ceiling, and exhale, come down. Inhale, reach up, and exhale down. We'll take one more, and on that one you can go all the way up with your arm, and then thread it all the way through, coming down to the side of the head, side of the upper back. Pressing into the back side of that left hand. Your right hand could be pressing into the ground, could be wrapped around your back, could be reaching up towards the sky. Whatever feels best for you to get that twist and that stretch. I want you to feel like you're wringing out your upper back. And then you use that right hand to press yourself up. Again, finding tabletop, we'll just switch to the other side. The right hand comes to the head, And you're gonna inhale the elbow up and exhale the elbow down. Open up and exhale, close. We'll take one last one. You can hang out on the top, reach up, and come all the way through, bringing your head and shoulder down to the ground. Left hand can stay pressing into the ground, could reach behind you or up. Whatever feels best, do that. Then you'll use that left arm to chest yourself back to tabletop. From here, maybe just sitting back into a child's pose. Stretching out your shoulders a little bit. And you can take your time coming out of that. So hopefully just moving around with some Turkish get-ups can help you get a little bit more connected to your body. These are great movements to do in working on shoulder stability and lower half mobility. So my cat is actively clawing at the wall right now, so we can all hear that. But do you guys have any questions about that? Feel better than you did before?
Yes.
All right, that's good. Yeah, so plan to see you tomorrow. I'll post the workout tonight. I'm gonna get right on that. And it's good to see you all. Now that I'm a married woman, you all still look fantastic.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Rachel.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys. Good to see you.